Are you aware that 70% of pastors constantly fight depression and burnout for the frustration experienced as a result of ministry workload, discouragement, and pressure? We help leaders grow healthy churches. We are excellent at what we do, and we are fast becoming the best of the very best. MagnaCraft Consulting is set up to help both small and large-sized churches become healthier by using proven diagnostics tools, effective retention strategies. We give the right and appropriate and professional advice. We are the certified church consultants with the Society of Church Consulting in the United States of America. Trust us to help you grow. Don't wait till it's too late. You will be glad you did. Call us now on 0802-324-2258. Email contact@magnacraftconsulting.com or magnacraftconsulting@gmail.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @MagnaCraft Limited. MagnaCraft Consulting, doing church. Hello. Welcome to Monday Morning Matters live broadcast show brought to you by MagnaCraft Consulting Team, anchored by Niyi, a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the U.S. Here, each Monday of every week, we address important, relevant, and actionable topics of interest that will help you and your church grow healthier. And now, meet your host, Niyi.
Welcome to the third Monday of December 2023. I'm so excited to come your way this morning, a beautiful morning to every one of you. This is Monday Morning Matters. It's delight my heart to come your way this morning. Welcome everyone to this Facebook live broadcast show and YouTube channel. This month we've been talking on the benefits of ministry action plan. The benefit of ministry action plan. And so that's what we've been discussing. My name is Niyi. I'm the founder and the CEO of MagnaCraft Consulting. I'm so glad to be part of this. You're part of this live broadcast. Again, I'm Niyi, the lead consultant, founder, and CEO of MagnaCraft Consulting. A little bit about MagnaCraft Consulting. MagnaCraft Consulting is a church consulting firm that helps local churches to grow healthier through empirical assessment, revitalization, trainings, and strategic blueprint. Our vision is to be the leading church health consultancy to create actionable, sustainable, and adaptable solutions. I'm also a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the US. I'm your host, a weekly host to the Facebook Live broadcast show every Monday, 7 a.m. Nigerian time, West African time, GMT +1. I'm also known as the Church Health Guide of the 21st century. A big thank you to every one of you who has been commenting, telling us how timely our content is. I'm so grateful. I'm so glad that you were able to give us your feedback. If you have not done giving us your feedback, please go on our YouTube channel, drop me a comment in the comment section. I'm sure going to engage you straight up in any of the social media handles comment section. Please, thank you as you do that, and God bless you. Let's do a bit of promos. Apologies for coming a bit late, 15 minutes late, but you're going to see I'm resolute to come your way with something very, very, very important. Okay, so let's do a little promo and then we'll get to the business of the day, the benefit of ministry action plan. Dr. Tom Rainer, I learned from him almost every day from a group called Church Answer Central. I learned from him every day. You see, nobody's an island. We learn from one another. And so we have a partnership with Church Answers in the US. They have some good materials to certify church consulting, a platform to certify church consultants. Please, you want to help your own church. You want to help other church become healthy. You want to help to revitalize churches and help them assess their churches and give recommendations that they will be on the path to health and growth. please reach out to me and I'm going to give you over 40% discount from Dr. Tom Rainer, thanks to him being able to give us this exclusively with a massive discount on becoming a certified church consultant. And I can tell you, you'll be well equipped, you'll be well trained, you'll be certified, and you'll be able to help churches as you finish this training. My book is there. Please, Church Retention, Pathway to Growth. Get that book. It's going to help you. It's going to help your church. I believe if you know the little things to do to get so great things for God, I think you should be able to get that book so that it will help you achieve that kind of mindset for you and for your church. And please make sure you go on the YouTube channel to hook up with quite a lot of content that you will be blessed eventually. So the benefits of Ministry Action Plan. Please, if you have missed part 1 and 2, I'm not going to recap on that. Please go to part 1, go to part 2 or 4, and then get the juice of the Ministry Action Plan. As we step into the year 2024, it is very, very essential and crucial, important for every church leader to strategically navigate. You know how the world is. Things are changing at a fast pace. There's going to be more disruptions. There's going to be a lot of volatility. There's going to be a lot of uncertainty. There's going to be a lot of ambiguity. And then the wars we're going to increase, because that's the prophecy of the end time. And so we need to strategically be well positioned to navigate all these challenges, opportunity, threats, and that lies ahead of us from 2024. So a ministry action plan, defining what that is a crucial document on tool for a church to seek and organize or execute their vision effectively, so that from January to December you will be able to have a structured approach to how you're going to develop your ministry, deploy your ministry, and also help align the efforts of your church congregation with the overarching goals that you want to achieve within that period of time. So we started with some steps that involves in creating a ministry action plan. I mentioned 6. I'm going to mention it here so that I can go straight into the juice of the day. I want to really make this a bit short because we have some strategic planning session with a church from today till Wednesday. And so the next point is communication plan. That's the 7th one. Communication plan. So when you come up with your ministry action plan, you have come with your action plan, you have to have a plan to communicate that ministry action plan to the entire congregation. No, you see, it's not a plan for the pastor alone. It's not a plan for the senior leadership team alone. It's not a plan for the leaders of the teams alone. It's a plan for the entire church, because everyone in the church has something to do to achieve what is in the ministry action plan, the goals that are in the ministry action plan. So clearly communicate the ministry action plan to the entire congregation. The thing is, you don't know who is in your church that can help to realize your goal. So communicate. One of the things I would say is use all channels and over communicate. When people in your church are beginning to tell you, I've heard, you have said that before, then that's when they are beginning to listen to you and to hear you. But that does not mean you should stop communicating, because you cannot there's nothing bad in over communication. So make sure you can even get your congregation to tell you, okay, can you enlighten us what you understand by the ministry action plan? And so clearly communicate the ministry action plan to the entire congregation. Let them know what the ministry action plan entails. What are the goals? What are the strategy? What are the execution plan? What are the how are we going to implement? How are we going to be responsible? How are we going to be accountable? Those things must be clearly communicated to the entire congregation. Now, this is going to just foster transparency, buy-in, collaboration. You see, when you have all these things, I'm telling you, it's very easy for you to implement your ministry action plan. So it fosters transparency, it fosters buy-in, it fosters collaboration, and so to encourage support or contributory support and a massive involvement in the execution. You see, it's very easy to write goals on paper, but where the real work is in its execution, implementation, okay, taking action steps. That's why I love to use the word ministry action plan. It's not just something you put on the paper, it's something you are going to do in the course of the year 2024. Okay, so that's the first one, communication plan. Clearly communicate the ministry action plan to your gate man, to your protocol, to your staff, to your volunteers, to your workers, to the members, to your board of trustees. Everyone needs to be on the same page of the ministry action plan to be able to rally around all the resources that you have to be able to give their massive support and unflinching involvement in achieving that ministry action plan. Now, the next point, number 8, is implementation. Implementation. You see, one of the things I found out with churches is that there is a poor implementation or execution approach to goal setting. And that's why sometimes some churches wait till October to start rushing to do a lot of programs. I mean, you can spread out your programs from January. I mean, one of the things I will say quickly is that have a template for 90 days. So that means that every quarter is in 90 days, and then you repeat that cycle for quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. What happens is that when you do that for quarter 1, you can learn from all the mistakes, the mishaps, and then begin to correct that and recycle that in quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. You see, one of the things that if you make goal settings for the year, you find out that if you do not have a short-term approach to your long-term goal setting, you find out that you get to September and find out that 9 months are passed, and then you are already at the end of the year. So execution is very, very, very important. What are we going to do? What are the small deliverables, the small steps we're going to contribute, we're going to add up to make sure that this plan is executed? There's no big plan that you're going to put on paper that you cannot break into smaller pieces, smaller bits of action steps. So execute the action steps according to established timelines. So there are some timelines that are dependent on one another. There are some activities that are dependent on one another. There are some activities that are non-dependent. There are some activities that are you need to just plan that out. Execution is very, very, very important. So execute the action steps according to established timeline and how you want it to flow with a milestone. Regularly assess your progress, because if you don't do what is preceding a second task, there's a likelihood that you are not building your execution and implementation plan very well. So regularly assess the progress and make adjustments as needed. So implement. How are we going to get this done? What is the first thing to do? What's the second thing to do? What is the best way to approach this with the resources we have, with the human resources, with the non-human resources we have? Because if I want to move from here to Lagos or to the US, there are certain things I need to do to be able to make sure that I am in my destination. If before I board the plane, I must leave my house and take a vehicle to the airport. Okay, if I'm going to successfully do that, I must be able to put gas into my car. I must be able to make sure my car is in good order. Now, all these steps need to be itemized and then follow through with a process, because if one is not done, there's a likelihood that the next one, which is dependent on the first one, will not be done at all. So the implementation plan is very much execute those action plan with a process-like structure, with an established timeline, with an established milestone. So if you're going to do certain things in 90 days, in 10 days, in 15 days, what have you done about that? In 2 weeks, what have you done about that? You don't wait till 80th day for you to be able to start to find out that you are actually not doing what you are supposed to do in approaching the deliverables, the things, the goals you want to achieve. Now, the thing is, sit down as a church. What are the strategic initiatives? You are going to get yourself so clear about the strategic initiatives. Then what are the action steps and items? Okay, what are the action steps and items? Who are responsible? Actions don't just do themselves. Human beings take steps to get action done. Who are going, and the thing is, who are going to be responsible for each of these steps, and who is going to be accountable to make sure that X, Y, and Z, who are responsible for A, B, C, are actually doing that at the time they are supposed to. So every of these action items must have a deadline. They must have what? A deadline. You must have a plan B in case the person responsible for that action does not fulfill that action. So you must have a plan B. Your plan B does not mean it's subsidiary, it's a substandard, but your plan B is as good as your plan A. You can also have plan C, and that's how you are set up for success for 2024. Now, I'm going to just go on 2 more, and then we'll go wrap up for the day. Number 9, monitoring and evaluation. This is one area I love so much, because if you do not monitor the effectiveness of each of your action steps, there's a likelihood that you are going in a mix that will get you into failure or not achieving your goals at the end of the day. So continuously monitor the effectiveness of each of your goals and regularly evaluate whether the goals are being met. Okay, be clear about the requirements of your goal. Be crystal clear that you want a blue car, 2018 model Mercedes, whatever it is. Be very, very clear. Don't just, so that when you want to evaluate, you are able to say that you have met the goals requirements. Okay, you regularly evaluate whether those goals are met, and then if they are not met, you have to go into some form of controlling those variables. I love when a church knows their dashboard and they are able to control the variables to make sure that they are still on target to achieve their goals. So regularly evaluate whether those goals are being met on a periodic basis, and then adjust that plan accordingly. You know, that's one thing I like about pilots. They know where they're going. There's a storm somewhere, they navigate away, they adjust back to path, and they head on to their destination. And that's why they usually don't get missing in the sky. Even when they don't, the navigating instruments actually guide them away from the path, back to the path, and then make sure that they get to the, because the thing is, when you want to achieve anything, there will always be obstacles. There will always be unforeseen, unforeseen, how will I put it now? Obstacles. Okay, unforeseen obstacles. Okay, you have a desired state. You have your current state, and you want to move to your desired state. There's something that is always going to be a hindrance. There's always something that will always be a resistance. And so sometimes you have to move away from the path and come back, and then to be able to head into your destination. So as you're getting towards those goals, don't make those goals so many. I like to keep them between 7 to 10 of them, and then make sure that whatever is the blockage, whatever is the resistance to achieving that goal, you are able to monitor, evaluate, and ensure you adjust your plan accordingly, so that at the end of the day, you are able to achieve your goals eventually. Now, number 10, which is feedbacks and adaptation. You see, sometimes when senior leadership team make ministry action plan or have some strategic initiatives or goal setting, you need feedbacks on the go. Sometimes some feedbacks will help you to make corrective measures. So as a leader, what I'm trying to say is you need to be very proactive. And being proactive means that you have to put your ears on feedbacks so that you can be able to make some corrective and preventive measures for proper adaptation. So gather feedbacks from ministry leaders, from members, from staff, from the community, and then use that information to adapt and improve your ministry action plan over time. So when you have a ministry action plan, after 90 days, you evaluate, get your feedback from your congregation, get your feedback from the people who are implementing those action steps, and then you fine tune. There is always a better way of doing things. As you are doing it, that you can discover a better way of achieving that thing, or you can discover a cheaper way of achieving that thing, or you can also discover a faster way of achieving that thing. Now, one of the things is that if you have a ministry action plan, it does not mean that you have to wait till December to get it done. God can give you some wisdom to get some things done before the end of the before the middle of the year. So by June, July, there's a likelihood that you have achieved your ministry action plan. And that's why I will always want to advocate that when a church does annual retreat, you should be able to do a kind of appraisal every quarter, every 90 days, to be able to get those feedbacks, and then you adapt some of those plans to your church over time. I need to wrap it up here. Thank you for staying with us so far in this live broadcast. Apologies again for coming a bit late. I just noticed that there was a firewall blocking my live broadcast, but thank God that we are live on Facebook. All right. If you have any church related questions for me, please do not keep quiet. If you have any inquiries, let us talk about it. Let's have them in any of the social media handles. And sure, if you ask me a question, you're going to get more than an answer from me. I'm sure if you ask me a question, you're going to get an answer that is from a certified church consultant. And perhaps if you don't know, we are well trained for what we're doing. And it's good to leverage on knowledge transfer to be able to make your work easier in leading that church. Okay, so if this video has been helpful to you, please give us a like. Please share us to your community. Drop us a comment. I would love to hear from you. I would love to learn from you. Drop me a comment in the comment section what you feel about the things we've shared. Like our Facebook page, please. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so that when we upload a new video or come up live, you will be notified. All right. We do consultations, we do revitalization, we do trainings, we do strategic planning for churches. Let's see how we can help your church from where it is to where it should be in God. Reach out to us with the number on the screen, and then we can help your church with excellent church consulting for health, vitality, and result. Thank you for the attention. I'm so glad you are part of this live broadcast, and may God bless each and every one of you and have a fruitful week ahead. Till I come your way with the last episode on Christmas Day, compliments of the season for everyone. On Christmas Day will be our last episode for the year, and we're going to wrap it up so nicely. If you need a ministry action plan template, just send me a chat on the chat box. I'm going to send you a Word document of a template on how to use free of charge. So please, you need me to also come and do a strategic planning session for you so that we can come up with a strategic blueprint for your church for 2023. Let us know. We can come to help your church. For now, I want to draw the curtain. I say bye-bye. I love you, and God bless you. Thank you so much.